Happy New Week, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to talk about the messages for this week and happy to see these ones. The reason being, last week was a toughie. There were fives in the reading, a real message that many of you have been through something extremely difficult. Things are on the upswing, but it really showed some sad stuff in that reading with the fives, and something that could have occurred, many years ago that you're still working through, and you're doing it. So let's keep that in mind. Then for this week, we have the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Look at that fast energy. Double Kings, which are a tarot combination, the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Two amazing messages that are in here with these two kings. Okay, so where I was pulled to first for this week, a big message here. We have the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords, and then it's against these ones. You see all these ones. A real crystal clear message that something is coming. Good things are coming. But let's focus on this Two of Swords right now. The Two of Swords is about waiting. It's about sitting there and just grabbing on to mindfulness, connecting with yourself, being at peace, and just stopping to listen to yourself. I'm not a fan of tarot time, but swords and wands just are fast energy. And swords have always been very accurate for me as far as one sword is 1 week. So we have a week or two, and this is telling you stop. Don't use your mind right now to figure things out. Go into your heart. And when you look at her, she has a dot on her forehead. That symbolizes her third eye, her intuition. And what it's telling you is you need to take time, meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do to calm yourself down, and just simply sit there and listen to yourself and just look at things, analyze things. It's a time to be quiet, honestly, and just absorb what's around you, because information is there that you need, and you need some more time around something. So please remember that, because when it's against this Knight, it definitely tells you do not rush right now. Don't rush. This Knight and this Two together tell you do not make a decision when you are emotional. It's the wrong time. If you rush into something, you're going to put up a bunch of hurdles and obstacles for yourself that you don't need, and it's going to put resistance on what's coming in. So please allow yourself time to just be alone. Pray, meditate, spend time by the water, go for a walk, whatever it is that you do to find that little bit of peace so you can take time to connect with yourself, because there's an answer in there for you. And if you're trying to decide on something, or you're pondering an idea, this card clearly tells you, use your intuition, go into your heart, trust your instincts right now, but don't make decisions from that mental place. You're going from your soul, your heart right now. So enough with that, enough said about that. I've lectured you about it. It's just really important this week. And when I see it with all these ones, I'm like, okay, here's the message. Don't rush, because something big is coming, and we've seen it over and over and over again. These changes, new things coming in, fast energy. Just always remember, take time to connect with yourself. And it's just so big and important this week. So don't rush. And if you get upset about something, that's not the time to make the decision. Okay, so we have this Ace of Wands. It shows clarity, crystal clear answers, aha moments. A very artistic card. When we talk about the Ace of Wands, it definitely sends a message that you have talents and you're not utilizing them. You could make money off of a hobby. Also a message really to ground yourself. Take time to do things that you enjoy. Put your soul into that, whatever it is. Arts embodies so many different things, But that's what this card is telling you. It's kind of like a hint, really. If you want to ground yourself, take time out, spend time doing something that you love. But on a bigger note, it means the energy is swirling around you. If you've been foggy, if you've been confused, if you've been anxious, here's that hand coming out from the clouds telling you, hey, clarity, crystal clear moments. I also want to tell you it is raining. It's been raining where I live for 3 days, so you may hear some rain in this video. There's no way around it, so hopefully it comes across as an enjoyable sound. Now this is just a beautiful card about something happening for you. Big stuff here. The Ace of Wands is always nice. You could receive some news. You may hear about an opportunity, a job, something like that. And you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll go for that because we have the King of Wands in here. Now these are very career-oriented cards, but that's not all that it symbolizes. When we have the King of Wands against the Ace of Wands, first of all, it tells you aim high. That's always the King of Wands. He's like, hey, you're aiming too low. You're looking at the ground. Look up at the sky. Aim high. It can indicate a promotion, a career change, some kind of opportunity comes through. Or maybe you've just been sitting there and you're like, I'd love to go for that, or try it or something, but I'm not qualified. Go for it. You have nothing to lose. The King of Wands is a beautiful soul in tarot. So is the King of Pentacles. And he really tells you are capable of so much more. And if one door closes on you, another is going to open up. But it's about finding that confidence, that power within, and you go for it because you're meant for something. This King of Wands is a leader. He's charismatic. He's respected. You're meant to lead something. It doesn't mean career, but really aim high. Shoot for the stars. Go for it right now. The energy is just swirling all around you. Now when we have double kings, this is a message that you have someone you can go to that's supportive. If you need advice this week, they are there. This is usually identifying with a male, but it just means, hey, if you need to bounce some ideas off of someone, you just need some advice, you're trying to grab onto something, you have an idea, go to this person. They are there. They support you. They believe in you. A really good message for you this week. You have guidance, and maybe it's around trying to make this decision or about what your next step is going to be here. And this person has some solid advice. Well, double kings. The King of Pentacles, who doesn't love this guy? When you look at him, he can't even get out of his chair. He's just got so much wealth. Look at this. It's so heavy. He can't even get up. Now, I talk about him a lot because he's been coming out a lot. He signifies opportunities, solid gains around finances. Pentacles move a little slower in tarot, but there's that ball. It's rolling. Things are happening. Increases are happening. A lot over the next year. This week, you have a lucky energy around you. You have opportunities that will be coming into you. That's why we have this King of Wands. It's like, hey, look up. Something is there. Maybe something you never even thought about before. Someone will present you with something, or someone will give you an idea about something. He's just a solid message of opportunities. Wealth is coming into you. Gains around finances. Obviously, we have two kings in this reading, and they're both up in the chair. A clear message that you are rising up. A lot around leadership too. Take on those leadership roles, those roles where you work with other people, but you're the person overseeing things because that's what you're meant to do. Now, the King of Pentacles in tarot has all this because he's such a good person. He pays attention. He sees the underdog. He's non-judgmental, and the universe rewards him. Now, the important thing about the King of Pentacles is he knows how to give and when not to overgive. And what I mean by that is it's always good to have a kind heart and help people. But sometimes we can overhelp and we take away their lessons. So keep that in mind. Don't create a codependency. Help people, have that beautiful heart of yours that you do, but don't over help, because sometimes we can do too much and then we take away that person's lesson. And when we think we're helping, we're kind of not helping. But the King of Pentacles has all this because he's fair. He recognizes everything. He sees things. He goes in without this attitude. He's a beautiful soul, and that's you. A clear message of gains. The universe is going to reward you. You see all these ones in here? One staff, one wand, whatever you want to say, a wand. We have one sword and one pentacle. It's just so much with the universe telling you, hey, something is coming. We're trying to guide you. We're telling you how to do it. We want you to have it. And just crystal clear messages this week. Spend time alone. Spend time by yourself. Let your mind relax and go into your heart. And really listen. The answers are there. Trust your gut around everything. And please remember this. Don't make a decision when you are emotional. I've seen this message come out before for clients, and then I'll hear back from them and they'll give me a story. For example, like they were at work and something happened and they just at that point had enough and they walked out. And they deeply regretted doing that. Now, not because it wasn't the right thing for them to leave, but because they burned a bridge and then they're sitting there without a job and they put themselves, going backwards financially and things like that. And then they have to wait 2 or 3 months before they find something else. So there's an example of what I mean by not allowing your emotions to take over. Take a deep breath if you get upset. If you're in a really emotional place, just be like, okay, I'm going to take 5 deep breaths. I'm going to stand here, because you don't want to make that decision then. You'll just put up obstacles that you don't need. Use your wisdom right now. Be the wise one and just think things through, because big things are coming in for you. Remember that King of Pentacles means you have luck around you. Pay attention, look up. Opportunities are right there. Things are coming into you. It's going to be an amazing week, everyone.